Exciting day today. This month's focus for our club is the hospitality industry. However, the word hospitality carries a much deeper meaning for us today. We're honored to welcome members of our Rotary family from India. Rotary reminds us that hospitality is more than an industry. It's about friendship, fellowship, cultural exchange, and opening our hearts to one another. My name is Janice Lemke, and I'm so proud to be your 103rd president. Okay, Randall, Sean, supposed to be up here. Where are they? Yay. Tight schedule. Come on. I'm turning it over to Randall for the invocation.
So please join me for a moment of reflection. So in the Jewish tradition, we are taught the concept of tikkun olam, repair the world. Our sacred responsibility to help repair and improve the world, each of us, created in the divine image, has the power to make meaningful difference through acts of kindness, justice, and compassion. Today, we're especially honored to have our friends from Rotary District 3040 in India with us. As Rotarians, we live this wisdom every day. We come together not only to enjoy fellowship, but to serve others, build bridges across cultures, and leave our community and our world better than we found it. May the spirit of tikkun olam, goodwill, friendship, and Rotary service guide our thoughts, our words, and our actions today and always. Amen.
All right, I'm going to be good today. So, in the spirit of tomorrow night's baseball game, who's going out to the baseball game tomorrow night and helping out? Woohoo! So we're going to do Take Me Out to the Ball Game. All right. Exactly. Very patriotic. It's American baseball. It's American sport. All right. Take. The Angels. Thank you very much.
You're so well behaved. Wait till my demotion party. Okay, Nancy Anderson is our Sergeant of Arms. Over to you for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Will you join me in the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Please be seated. I'd like to thank everyone who contributed to signing up for greeters, ticket, teardown. Michael Williams, again, is the only person on teardown, so if somebody could help him. Okay, we're going to jump into guests. We're going to start off with visiting Rotarians. I know we have several, so if you can raise your hand, and Nancy will bring the mic to you. Visiting Rotarians. Nancy. Visiting.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Che Johnson, formerly from Summerlin Las Vegas Club and now at Hilo, Hawaii. And I had the pleasure of being on the Rotary Friendship Exchange in India. And so I'm here today with our Indian guests.
Welcome.
Hello, my name is John Lloyd Young. I'm a Rotarian from Hendersonville, North Carolina. I'm an entertainer, so for me, Rotary Club is a place to go when I'm a fly-by-night in town. I was the original Frankie Valli and Jersey Boys on Broadway years ago, and the Clint Eastwood movie, and I have a concert tomorrow. If you don't go to baseball, I have a concert tomorrow at the Space Las Vegas at 8 p.m. singing Frankie Valli, Roy Orbison, Little Anthony, all of that great stuff from the mid-century. And my first engagement as a Rotarian was as a 17-year-old exchange student to Caracas, Venezuela.
Nobody's going to go if you don't put those cool sunglasses on. From a store in New York. I love them. Okay, we have other visiting Rotarians.
Here we go. Did you want me to give him the flag now? No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No.
if he has one, yeah. Yes, please. We have a flag exchange. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sean, I think we have another visiting Rotarian. Am I crazy?
No.
No, you wait. You wait. You behave. I know, we had two. There he is.
Here he is. Hi.
Hi, I'm Craig Cook from Nashville, Tennessee. Incoming treasurer for the Rotary Club of Nashville. First time in Vegas, and so had to come to the Rotary meeting.
Well, you need to hang out with our friends from India, but it's a little late. They're leaving today, but you would have had a great time. Okay. Next, we have guest of Rotarians. We are going to wait for our guests from India until we bring them up for a presentation. Sarah's got her hands up, and several people.
Hello, my guest today is my neighbor, Deepak Oja.
Welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Hello, everyone. My guest today is Kyle Orsick. Orrick. Orrock. Rock. He is from our gaming department, so naturally I brought him to hear Ryan speak today about gaming technology.
Awesome. Other guests are Rotarians?
She's so fast, right? Thank you. I brought a guest. This is Shannon Hiller. Shannon is my very good friend and my client. She is the Chief Marketing Officer for Create Credit Union, formerly Clark County Credit Union.
Welcome. Other guests are Rotarians? We got that. Thank you. They're guests of the club. Still on guests of Rotarians. Raise your hands.
Thank you. Joining me today, a colleague from UNLV, Rebecca Patent, Director of Sponsorships at the UNLV Foundation. Like annual dinner is like your big project. I know some folks here joined us at annual dinner, so thanks, Rebecca, for coming.
Welcome. Okay. Is that everyone as far as guest or Rotarians? All right. We're going to move on to Tony with guest of our club.
Well, I'm thrilled to introduce Valerie Snedeker and her husband, Chris Davidson. They were here on the 21st. I didn't scare them away. They've come back again, and they're interested in learning more about Rotary membership.
They're good friends of mine, and I'm surprised I didn't scare them away. Thank you, guys. Welcome back. We're so thrilled to have you here. Okay, and then I think we're moving on to the president's table. I have a nice crowd and some birthday flowers. Thank you, Sean. First of all, I have past president and AG Tony Kern. I'm going to come back to you guys in a minute. I have Dr. Nikki Brunetti. And we have this guy who just sat down. I didn't want to kick him out. Brian Riley. I think it was September of last year that you left us and said goodbye officially to go join, is it the Rotary Club of Kona? ELO. But you know what? I looked up today and I saw Brian Riley at Kona, so you need to go meet him, I guess. And then, of course, we have our speaker, Ryan Comstack. We're so glad to hear you. To have you here today. And then we have Camila Soleil Ray, who is being inducted today. And because your dad has 4 names, you get to introduce him.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dad, stand up. Thank you. This is my dad, Tadeu Teixeira de Freitas. He's here from São Paulo, Brazil. He's been a Rotarian since 1991. And he also has a flag to exchange with this club. And he's here especially for my official induction today. So welcome.
Hi. I'm very glad and very happy to be here today because this represents the world's most interesting corporation I know. Thank you all.
Welcome, everyone. Okay. Did I miss anybody? No. We're going to go on to the birthday table. Nancy, you do have your running shoes on. I'm so impressed.
Michael goofed again.
It's nice to have extra company at the table. I'm Ginger Anderson. I've been a member of the club for 20 years, and it's been awesome. And that's about all I have to say today.
Oh, no, you said you were going to accept a fine for not being here most of my year. I think we said that. I think.
Well, I said I was sorry. I didn't say anything about a fine.
I think
But
I
I'll
was
take
hearing
it.
things again. I'm getting old.
I'll take it.
We're so glad to see you.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. I'm Tom Krob. I was the past president 2000-2001. Been in this club for 40 years, and my birthday is tomorrow, along with Janice's. And I will be 76, so it's getting a little bit easier to shoot my age. So.
Mike Ballard. I was born at Nellis Air Force Base a long time ago, so I'm a local. Been in the club for 31 years, and past president. I was the 99th president of the club.
Hey, I'm George Gitchikoff. I've been in the club for 1 week. So I was so pretty excited about being here. Thank you, guys.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, two that don't have birthdays at the birthday table.
And I've got birthday people out here that said they couldn't find a seat at the birthday table.
Well,
you want to take it over to Gary?
I
Voss?
have Gary, but Gary needed the wall. That's why.
Okay.
Thank you for indulging me. My name is Gary Voss, and I joined this club in 1976. So that's 50 years as I counted. Anyway, I would... I'd like to say I've enjoyed every minute of it, but we had a club president, Ted Weens, that'd fine us $100 if we said that. Anyway, I was born in Las Vegas. I have two daughters that were born in Las Vegas. I have two grandchildren that are also native, and I have one great-grandchild. That's fourth generation of us desert rats. And I've seen a few changes, as have many of you been here for a few years, but I think the big one is when I joined, it was men only. And I was here at the meeting of our club when the first two women were inducted. It was Laura Bell Kelch and Thalia Dondero. Technically, Laura Bell is the first one because she was inducted about 10 minutes before Thalia was. You know, and we've had some pretty iconic presidents. We had one named Jim Corey, and he added a zero to the fines. So you ought to look at the looks on our visitors and visiting Rotarians' faces when he'd lever a $2,000 fine or a $1,000 fine. And if you could tell a joke that he'd never heard, he'd forgive the fine. We had another one with a really off-the-wall sense of humor, Don Aiken. He had Wing Fong lead us in the Happy Birthday song. Well, Wing could not carry a tune. So we all went along with it, and we sang Happy Birthday out of tune. We had the superintendent of schools was Claude Perkins, and he was a regular attendee here. for our lunches. Well, the school board, prior to one of our meetings, fired him. So Aiken fined him $100 for losing his job.
Gary, happy birthday. And then if you could, we have Dr. Brunetti right here, birthday.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my birthday is Saturday, which is VGK Game 3, and I will be there. And you know what? They're going to win just for me, just for my birthday. They are going to win, right? Yes. All right, that's me, and I've been in the club for 7 years.
And I am, my birthday, like Tom said, is tomorrow. Yay, Friday. And I came into the club in 2011. Past President Steve Linder and Janet Linder invited me to a Rotary meeting. It's when we were over there, and I walked in. It was the most intimidating crowd of elders that said I couldn't sit next to them. And I was like, I'm going to sit wherever I want and get to know them, and they were all so special. Many have passed, but it was the most extraordinary experience when I joined. So, Nancy, going to lead us into birthday songs.
Yes. Will you all join me in wishing them a happy birthday by singing happy birthday? Happy birthday to you.
And those who it's not their birthday, Michael will deal with you guys later. All right, we are going to go right into our induction today. This is so exciting. We're going to invite Camilla Soleil Ray and her father to come up, and I'm going to give the microphone over to past President Tony.
Soleil is setting the stage. It's going to be in the magazine. Papa, if you'll be there. Camila, Soleil, here. Well, recognizing what a special occasion this is, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce Camila Soleil Ray, who prefers simply Soleil, no more Camilla Vanilla. As she is inducted into the Las Vegas Rotary Club, witnessed by our members and guests, but the most significant witness is her father, Tadeo, a longtime Rotarian who is here from Brazil, who I learned she lovingly refers to as Super. It's a lot easier than his given name. Dan Mitchell, the president of the Rotary West Club, connected Soleil and I, and when we met for coffee on April 2nd and chatted, there was no doubt in my mind she was a perfect fit for this club. An exchange student from Brazil going to Montgomery, Alabama in 1991, go figure, was president of a Rotaract club, became a Rotarian in Brazil, is a Paul Harris Fellow, and there is so much more. But it gets better. After her extended break from Rotary, she said to me, it's time for me to get back to Rotary. Suffice it to say, Soleil has a substantial background in the law and mental health, to name just a couple of things, and you can read much more about her in The Wheel today. She is a published author, enjoys a good cigar, pickleball, and scuba diving, and is currently the publisher and owner of Lux Lifestyle Media. She is bright, kind, outgoing, clearly a leader, and told me the other day she already feels welcome and a part of this Rotary family, having been attending meetings, socials, and volunteering at our valedictorian luncheon. She will proudly proclaim she actually self-inducted before this ceremony and is already committed to be a part of two very significant club committees for 2026-27. Before she steps up to say a few words about becoming a member, please welcome Soleil Ray.
Can't beat that, Tony. Yes, I'm going to repeat a little bit because I did prepare a 3.5-minute speech so I can be on time. So my story with Rotary did begin in 1991 back in Brazil when I was an exchange student. And I fell in love with the American way of life. Never thought I'd be living here. As I was in college, I was the president of Rotaract for a year, and later as a lawyer, I joined the Rotary Club São Paulo under my dad's guidance. A few years as an active member, after a few years, I stepped away because my life took another direction. And in 2012, I was presented with a very special gift from God, who is at the center of my life. And I had thyroid cancer. And the day of my diagnosis, I made a deal with him. I said, if I am to die today, that's great. I've lived a great life. But if you want me to stay here, make me an instrument of your will and put me in front of people and places that I can be helpful. And since then, my life has been about service above self. Life brought me to America, and I served my community with my magazines. And in the beginning of the year, I heard God tell me, join a Rotary. And so I went to my friend Dan Mitchell, who connected me to the wonderful Tony, who I fell in love with instantly. And when she invited me to lunch and I walked through the doors, I knew that I was home. So thank you so much for welcoming me and making it official.
You get me today to read the wonderful induction script. Today we are honored to induct Camila Soleil Rey, previously Rotarian in Brazil for some time ago, as a new member into the Las Vegas Rotary Club, the greatest Rotary Club in the universe. It's okay, I have another ear. Most of us go through life focused on career and family, but at some point we realize that we are part of a much bigger community that needs our help. That realization is a life-altering milestone in a person's life. We believe that joining Rotary is the vehicle to enable an individual to accomplish more than he or she thought he or she could, reach more people than individually possible, and change another person's life by creating an environment of possibility and hope. So, Leah, you certainly reached that milestone by serving as a Rotaract president as an active Rotarian in Brazil. It is the duty of our Rotary Club to add new members from time to time so that we may not only increase our usefulness and influence as a club, but to extend the spirit of Rotary throughout our community. Membership in Rotary is both an honor and a privilege, and every privilege has its corresponding obligations, including attendance at weekly meetings, a basic method of fulfilling the principle of fellowship, and a way of which you represent your vocation to perform your share of club and community service, and the many committees that our club will afford you the opportunities to give service. And last, by no means least, is our ideal of friendship. As you expect to receive, so give. May you be stimulated, Soleil, by the friendship you find here, and may we in return know you to be an added source of strength for our club. Each Rotarian is expected to be an example of the basic ideal of Rotary, service above self, and we anticipate you will continue being an example of that ideal. You are being given a Rotary pin by your sponsor as a symbol of our acceptance of you into our family of Rotary, and I know you will wear it proudly. We all look forward to the enrichment of our lives as well as that of yours by your association in Rotary, the world's oldest, largest, and finest service organization. Fellow Rotarians, if you would please stand. On behalf of our new club, it's my pleasure and honor to extend congratulations to you, Soleil, on becoming the newest member of the Las Vegas Rotary Club. All right, everyone, please be seated. Congratulations. Thank you. I think I could go back to this membership chair stuff. I like it. Okay. Next, we have an incredible video for everyone to enjoy.
In January of 2026, 7 ordinary Rotarians from Las Vegas, Nevada, and Glendora, California, stepped into a world unlike any they had known and discovered something extraordinary. This is not just a travel story. This is a story of friendship that crossed oceans, cultures, and hearts. Rotary's Friendship Exchange is one of the most powerful ideas in our shared humanity. The simple act of opening your home, and in doing so, opening your heart. For 2 unforgettable weeks, we lived not as visitors, but as family in the homes and hearts of District 3040, India.
The most impressive thing was that they treated us, warm, friendliness, and eager to host us. That was most impressive for me. The whole thing was very well structured. Madhuri had organized it well. You have to keep your mind open. The whole goal of Friendship Exchange is the cultural exchange, where we understand the culture, traditions, and our society.
I was instantly drawn into their graciousness and their hospitality, the traditions of giving us the garlands and the beads, and just how joyous all of the people are. When you travel to second and third world countries and you get to see how truly joyful people who seemingly have nothing materially, that changes everything. India is a full sensory experience. The food, the sights, the sounds, the people.
You know, the name of Rotary Friendship Exchange in my book should be the Opportunity Exchange. You know, everybody gets an opportunity. This time around, it was a lot of the people who came away with several lifetime friends. I would definitely encourage anybody that had this opportunity. Don't just let it go in one ear and out the next, because it's something you can do.
Seeing the Taj Mahal, walking through the stone arch, it was pretty awe-inspiring. The grandma literally sewed them moments before I put them on so they would fit me properly. And then they dressed me from head to toe. Though challenging for me because of my illness, it was incredibly rewarding. I'm a better person for it, and I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Celebrity reception, banners, like 10 people waiting for it, photographs with everybody. Always said there's 2 ways to know a culture. Speak the language, which is a reflection of the culture, or break bread with the culture. The food was unbelievable. It was always home cooked, and it was incredibly fresh. Rotary not only works overseas, it was better than where it was founded, at least in India.
We were overflowered with wonderful colorful flowers. So to me, this was an amazing time. Maybe the one thing that has been reinforced for me is that this is the deeper understanding of there is no difference. We are all the same. This is the opposite of a tourist trip. If you go to a friendship exchange, you're going to meet people. You're going to spend time with people that are going to open their own to you.
This trip was truly one of the most meaningful and unforgettable experiences I've ever had in Rotary. From the moment we stepped off the plane, we were embraced with incredible warmth, generosity, and genuine Rotary spirit. Our hosts greeted us with garlands, banners, and open arms, and within hours, we stopped feeling like guests and started feeling like family. We experienced the real India, not as tourists, but as friends, sharing home-cooked meals, festivals like Lohri, sacred traditions, laughter, and deep conversations late into the night. The entire program was beautifully organized by the District 3040 team, and every moment was filled with learning, joy, and connection. This exchange truly delivered on every ideal and goal that a Rotary Friendship Exchange is meant to achieve, building lifelong international friendships, deepening cultural understanding, and strengthening the bonds of service between our 2 districts. To all our wonderful hosts, Rotarians, and friends in District 3040, and every single person who opened their homes and hearts to us, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You made our visit to India absolutely wonderful, life-changing, and truly unforgettable. Thank you, District 3040. This exchange reminded all of us why we are Rotarians. Because when we cross borders with open minds and open hearts, we don't just make friends. We discover that the world is smaller, kinder, and far more beautiful than we ever imagined. We become better people, and together we build a better world. Thank you, District 34.
Before I turn it over to Randall, he orchestrated this video, and it is absolutely incredible. It just fills your heart. Congratulations.
Thank you. At this point, I'd like to ask our distinguished guests from District 3040 to come up here. Gustad, Rukshana, Anurag, Rinku, and Satpal, a.k.a. Johnny.
For our other club visitors, if you have an extra flag, they would be happy to do a flag exchange with you as well. Even if you don't have a flag, you can get one of theirs. So it is our privilege to start off with a Rotary flag exchange.
Good afternoon, friends. President Janice, past Governor Rampur, and all the friends, including Randall, Shay, Tucker, Liz. We had a wonderful time when the team from District 5300 came to 3040, and the fond memories were further cherished when our team reached here last week. I remember the words of Robert Frost, which mentions the woods are dark, deep and lovely. We have well, I forgot the lines, but we have miles to go together, and Rotary has given us an opportunity to be a huge family, and here we are two couples and a Rotarian from District 3040, and in 10 minutes we'd like to share about our own selves and talk a few minutes about the projects which could possibly be partnered in the future. So can we move to the next slide? I'll request my wife Rukshana to join me. Let's go to the introduction. We are from Bharat, India, and 3040 is a district in the central part of India with 102 clubs. I am a Rotarian since 1989, and Rukshana has joined since 2015. First slide. First one. We bring greetings from our Governor Sushil, the International Chair Rajan, and RFE Chair Madhuri. Next, please. Well, that's my family of 3 boys. Now I have 2 grandchildren. One is over here, and the second grandchild would be in the next one. The 3 boys are in my automobile business with me. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah, these are my grandchildren. Okay. I'm an automobile trader dealing in Honda two-wheelers and Ashok Leyland light commercial vehicles. I would request Rinku and Anurag to please come and share their thoughts.
Good afternoon, friends. I am Anurag Joshi, Rotarian Anurag Joshi. I am a practicing chartered accountant, just like you have a CPA over here. I am a chartered accountant, and she is my wife, Rotarian Rinku Joshi.
Good afternoon, friends. I'm Rotarian Rinku Joshi. By profession, I'm an educationist and a corporate trainer for more than 19 years, and I joined Rotary in 2009. I felt very happy today that I didn't apply eyeliner because looking at the video that Randall has prepared along with a commentary onto it, I literally had tears in my eyes, and I literally feel so attached to each one of you who travel to Indore. In our district, we spent good time together, and you thoroughly reciprocated the same when we are here. Thank you everybody, every member of the Las Vegas Club, Dr. Rampur, Shay, Brian, Randall, Coney, Mark, Michael, Linda, for sure. And Randall, I said, Randall, Coney, everybody, every member of Las Vegas Club. Thank you so much. May God bless us for doing the best in our tenure of Rotary. So far, we are alive. Thank you.
Friends, just I felt to share 2 or 3 things. One is that you have a copyright on a statement that whatever happens in Vegas, it stays in Vegas. But we are carrying so many memories and pictures from here, and sometimes your warmth, it touches us by heart. Like when we went to Summerlin Club, after the American national anthem, our anthem was played. So this shows that how do they feel. Similarly, when I came to this club today, I am wearing a shirt and a trouser, but there are 2 of my friends, one sitting over there, Tucker, and another is Brian. They are wearing Indian dresses. So without saying, they touch our heart. So similarly, the hosting which was done by Randall at his place, and Dr. Rampur, where we stayed, they also, that hospitality touched our heart. So when I was feeling like you have tall buildings of casino, I found that no, your generosity is taller than those buildings. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, Rotarian friends. I'm Rotarian Satpal Singh Chawla, more commonly known as Johnny. I'm from Rotary Club of Lakes, Bhopal, and I'm a hotelier. I run a small hotel with 26 rooms in downtown Bhopal, the city where I've been raised and brought up. And friends, let me start by thanking Rampur, Dr. Rampur, and Randall, and Brian, Shay, and Liz, and Kirk, and Linda. All of those have been part of our these few days we have spent with your district, and it's really fascinating and so much to learn from. This is a 103-year-old club, and it's just about twice of my age. So it's so great feeling to be here. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, Satpal. Undoubtedly, I have traveled through more than 50 countries and attended Rotary in more than 25. But I haven't attended a 100-year-old meeting in a 100-year-old club, which I have the pleasure to be here with the team. And what a lovely coincidence that your Charter Day falls on the Rotary Foundation Day, 23rd February, 1923. Well, a great achievement, and I guess each one of you should be proud of that. Well, 3040 has been doing a lot of long-term sustainable projects where we do knock the doors of the Rotary Foundation. And as friends would be aware that for doing a global grant in a Rotary Foundation project, you always need an international partner. And I guess you are blessed to be in the biggest economy of the world. We are the 5th biggest economy in the world, but we have a 1.4 billion people to cater to. And our purpose that to bridge the gap between the haves and have-nots, all the focus areas of the Rotary Foundation are being touched upon by various projects. So this is an open invitation to partner with District 3040, and I would request Janice and Dr. Rampur to explore the possibility if we can do that in some time to come. About Rotary Friendship Exchange, let me tell you, for those who do not know about it, I'm sure would be happy to see Randall's video. I compliment him for making it for everybody, and it was edited and made so well. I also would like to appreciate my host, Rotarian Dr. Rao Pavada, then host to Anurag and Rinku, Dr. Rampur, and Rotarian Kirk Alexander, who hosted Satpal Johnny Chawla. I appreciate your treating us like a part of your own family, and we had a lovely time at your homes. I guess we have exhausted our 10 minutes, and I appreciate your giving us time. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. It's just delightful. I know I couldn't participate every day, but it was such a joy, and each time I showed up, it felt like we'd known you for a long time. I didn't have to be in India to feel like I was a part of this exchange. So forever, friends, and I'm keeping you on the WhatsApp, and you can keep sending humor anytime you want. So thank you all very much, and we are so excited. Randall's going to just let you know, where do they go from here? Just remind everyone.
They are going to Southern California.
So they have another full week planned. So we thank you. so much from the bottom of our hearts, and thank you for the gifts and your hospitality as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead in the interest of time and do the announcements. The first thing is, so we call it a debunking party. It is Thursday, June 25th at Jerry Ingles' house at 6 o'clock. So I had to remind myself, what does debunking mean? It's typically a slang term for a casual gathering of individuals who actively seek out, discuss, expose myths, conspiracy theories, or popular misconceptions. So Kurt calls it a demotion party. I think it's definitely more in order. So hope to see everyone there. Susan and President-elect Greg have been orchestrating the USO Aviators game tomorrow. And setup is 5:15, meeting at 6, and then 7:05 strike the setup and such and enjoy the game. Thank you. Okay. And then 25 Club graduation is June 17th at 6 o'clock. It will be in a public place. Tony, I don't know if we have an answer from our friends last week, but we're coordinating a venue as soon as possible, and I promise it's going to be very inviting with food and drinks and great fellowship. Okay, it's time for the surprise and delight. I think someone did spot the surprise and delight. If you can come forward. Andrew. Yeah, here. I got a wheel. Wait, what did I have? Wait. Hold on, we got to read it. Here it is. You can read it.
Spread the Word Nevada and the Las Vegas Rotary Club is a powerful example of two organizations united by a shared commitment to education, literacy, and community service.
So he wins compliments of past President Tony Kern, this lovely Spread the Word Nevada tumbler. There you go. Thank you so much. Oh, we do have this coffee table book, The Vegas Then and Now. So if you have not, if you could sign it, this is going to go to our friends from India. So Sean has it. Okay. And then, I know he's not here today, but our member spotlight he's in the wheel, is past President David Thorson. He was officially pinned at the District Assembly as District Governor nominee for 2026 and 2027. So you can see that photo and read more about that in the wheel. We're doing good. Okay. I get to sit down and eat soon. Okay, this is really a fun time for me. Every month, I nominate and recognize a Rotary Proud member. Today it's members. So I know he's tired of getting up and he's been running around for the last how many weeks, but I'm going to ask Randall Brody and Connie Brody to please come up here. So here is what I put together first things that came to mind. For the month of May, our proud Rotary recipients are Randall and Connie Brody. Randall and Connie exemplify what it means to live the Rotary model of service above self. They continually open their hearts and their home to others, always serving with generosity, kindness, and a positive attitude. Your time, dedication, and countless hours spent preparing for our friends from India did not go unnoticed. The warmth and hospitality you extended reflected the best of Rotary and made a lasting impact for everyone involved. Randall, after seeing your attention to detail, organization, and leadership throughout the planning process, I think you would be an amazing event planner, and I would like to offer you a job. But you don't need one, because I think you have several. I should come work for you. Thank you both for being such a blessing to our club and our community. We are grateful for your servant hearts and the example you set for all of us. Okay. What else I got, guys? Raffle. Are you ready for the raffle? I don't know what everybody just said, but I've done the birthday. I've done, am I missed? Okay. The ticket is 4695592 to have a chance to pull the Joker. The pot is 3178 plus whatever we took in today. It was 4695592. Yay!
Because I'm such a lucky guy. If you pull the Joker, we'll split it.
Great. We don't need her. No.
Oh, loser.
There we go.
He was going to split it with Tina, but that didn't work out so well. I have this for you. Thank you, sir. Okay, and the Lowry Bucks, 4695586. It was 46. Oh darn it! Wait, 4695586. Anybody? Oh, Chris! Here you go. $50 in Lowry Bucks, buddy. See, it pays to come to Rotary. Congratulations. Okay, Brian Riley, are you ready? I get to sit and eat.
Good to be back. Some of you guys I've noticed are a little bit better looking than when I left here the last time. They asked me if I would present the speaker today, and I thought to myself, well, as much time and money as I have put into the gaming business, what's a few more minutes? So I'm happy to be here today to introduce Ryan Comstock. Ryan is the CEO of Ainsworth Game Technology. And when they asked me to actually present him today, I was a little bit shocked about the Ainsworth, because actually the founder of Ainsworth is a man by the name of Len Ainsworth. He was the original founder of Aristocrat, and after a cancer diagnosis ultimately formed Ainsworth. And I have known his son now for over 35 years, which is pretty ironic. And but anyway, Ryan is a CPA, and he is a graduate of the University of Nevada, Reno, and where he studied accounting and computer science. And he has been now with Ainsworth since 2012, I believe. And he is the president of the what is the Gaming Equipment Manufacturers Association. And so we're pretty lucky to have him here today. Aristocrat is a very, very well-known known entity, and Ainsworth is a very well-known entity, and they have a number of games that you would recognize, and I think the pari-mutuel horse betting is one of their big things, and we're very, very happy to have Ryan here today.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. And now that you told Len Ainsworth's history, I don't have to cover those slides, so appreciate it. And so great to be here. Very, very great organization. All of you have been extremely welcoming, so thank you for that. And just looking forward to telling you a little bit about Ainsworth. As Brian mentioned, I've been with the company 14 years this month. That's about when Ainsworth kind of first set up shop in Las Vegas, and it's been quite an incredible journey ever since then. So I'll just jump right into a little bit of the history. As Brian mentioned, Len Ainsworth founded Aristocrat Technologies in 1955, and in the 90s had a cancer diagnosis, retired from Aristocrat, and came through that. And in his 70s, he founded Ainsworth Game Technology in 1995. So it just shows you're never too old to start something new, and it's quite an incredible inspiration. And he continued with us, and will actually be 103 next month, still living in Sydney, Australia. We expanded into the U.S. in 2012, and we first leased a 40,000 square foot warehouse here off of the 215 and quickly outgrew that. We bought out, I don't know if any of you remember the show Tanked, where they would build fish tanks. They were our neighbor. So there was always film crews outside, and we ended up buying out their lease when they expanded to a new building. We moved into 55,000 square feet. What a lot of people don't realize about the gaming business, it's more than just the casinos and the bright lights. We employ mathematicians, computer science majors, programmers, production line workers, accountants, you name it, kind of the full suite of technology and manufacturing personnel around the world. Some of these slides cut out. In 2016, Len Ainsworth decided to retire once again. He sold his 52% of the company. We're a publicly Australia-listed company. He sold his shares to a company called Novamatic. Novamatic's a large European manufacturer based in Austria, and that deal closed in 2018. So at the age of 95, Len retired once again. And I don't know if any of you have ever driven in Australia where they drive on the wrong side of the road. Well, I challenge you to do that with a 93-year-old behind the wheel on the wrong side of the road. It's quite an experience, but Len would drive himself to work every day up until the age of 95 when he sold the business. As we continued to expand here, we quickly realized we needed to make a bigger investment in Las Vegas. We needed to put down our own roots, show our customers that we're here to stay, that we're serious about North America as a segment, and we decided to build a building here. Most people know Ainsworth as the building with the big red A on Jones and the 215, but nobody knows what we do inside that building. So welcome anybody to stop by and get a tour. But that's our kind of corporate headquarters. We have manufacturing in there, game design, all of our different departments. We have about 550 amazing employees around the world with offices in Argentina, Peru, Colombia, Mexico, Sydney, Australia, and Las Vegas, and Deerfield Beach, Florida. So this is kind of a fun picture from 2014. It's in the middle is Brian Sandoval, who was the then governor. Now he's the president of the best university in the state of Nevada. And I'll look at my UNLV friends when I say that. And then next to him are Len and Gretel Ainsworth. On the right is then County Commissioner Steve Sisolak, who went on to be governor. And then on the left side is Chairman Mike Dreitzer, who's now chairman of the Gaming Control Board. He was our North America president of Ainsworth at the time. So on this, we purchased 23.8 acres. It was my night job at the time was to oversee the construction of the facility. Luckily, we had very capable architects and general contractor, but it was quite an exciting experience to go through. And we built this, which is a 300,000 square foot facility here in Las Vegas, about 200,000 square feet of manufacturing and warehouse, and about 90,000 square feet of office. So you could imagine going from 55,000 square feet to 300,000 square feet. You know, it was a big jump for us. So you know, we had a lot of space to fill, and if any of you are like me, no matter how big your garage is, you tend to fill it up. So you know, a lot of it though has been driving the culture, because the culture when we were at 55,000 square feet, everyone was close, and then all of a sudden we were all spread out, and so it presented some new challenges that we worked through, but it's been great for us to be able to continue to employ people here in Las Vegas. So I'll shift gears a little bit and jump into kind of a special project we did just to give some flavor of types of gaming outside of Las Vegas that we participate in. So historical horse racing, we like to say we participate in gaming where it's legal and authorized. There's a lot of what I'll say unauthorized gaming happening, especially in the US right now. So one of those areas is historical horse racing. In places like Kentucky, you can't have traditional class 3 slot machines like we have here, but you can bet on pari-mutuel. So we partnered with Churchill Downs to develop technology to where you get the same entertaining display as a slot machine here in Las Vegas, but it's instead of a random number generator, it's historical horse racing that's driving it. The goal was if a player walks up to play the machine, they wouldn't know if it was a Las Vegas style machine or a historical horse racing machine. So a lot of people we've shown historical horse racing to, they're thinking they're going to see horses and something else going on, but it's similar to what you would see here in Las Vegas. Just some of the technology behind it is a little bit different. So we developed that from 2017 to 2018. And at the time there was a couple other competitors, but they didn't have, you knew you were playing a historical horse racing machine. It felt antiquated, it wasn't as fun and entertaining. And so we opened, Churchill Downs opened Derby City Gaming in Kentucky with 900 of our machines in it, which was our largest single install of any facility. And we knew that you can't run a casino with one manufacturer. Customers want variety, they want different types of games, and so we quickly pivoted to start integrating some of our competitors onto our system. So we have Aristocrat, IGT, Konami, latest one, Zetro, and others that run on our back-end system and provide their products to customers. Currently, historical horse racing is legal and authorized in Alabama, Virginia, Kansas, New Hampshire, and Wyoming. The newest facility opened in Kansas at the end of last year with about 1,000 machines. We now have over 10,000 machines connected to that system. I was trying to figure out on slides how to show you how it works, and I wasn't very successful, but I'm happy to show you in our office if you ever want to stop by. But this is just a picture of the inside of Derby City Gaming. Looks like any other gaming facility that you might go to around the world. And some of the uniqueness is in pari-mutuel, you have to be able to handicap. And so within the games, you can actually go in and bet on horse races, and that'll drive the entertaining display of the reels spinning. But you don't know what races you're betting on, obviously, because then you could game the system. You have to be able to see handicapping data, so we have handicapping data within the system, but it's not a very, I'll say, pleasant experience because we want you to go back to just playing in a faster, more entertaining fashion, but it does have that capability of letting you handicap. And then we also have to show the horse races. So the one tell when you're playing the machine is if you look way up on the topper, there's these 10 horse races that happen in about 3 seconds, and those are actual historical horse races and showing the order of finish. And then based on that order of finish, it gets mapped to the outcomes, which then shows the entertaining display. So it's a pretty incredible system on how we went from horse racing to have more of a slot-like product done by a lot of people here in Las Vegas, working very hard over a couple of years. I'm going to shift gears a little bit now and talk about AI. AI is obviously a big buzzword out there. It's something we get a lot of questions about. The game shown up here, Just Chillin', was primarily built using AI tools. In May, it was ranked number 15 new game in the US. So we're very proud of what we've done and accomplished with that game. But I think one of our artists said it best. He said a couple smart things, but one was AI is not going to replace me. Somebody that knows how to use it is going to, and really has embraced it. And we've looked at AI as a tool. And the same guy said, you know, it wasn't another tool in my tool belt. I had to throw out my tool belt and get a whole new one. And it's really helped us to iterate games faster, to do mock-ups faster. We used to spend months doing mock-ups, trying to get the game producer's vision and the graphics they wanted up, and now we can do it in a matter of, you know, a day or days using AI tools, and then turn it over to the artist to really fine-tune and develop those into better products. So we're I'd say dipping our toe in the AI world, but a lot of our engineers, artists are definitely using it across many of their different workflows that they have going. It's really accelerated how we're able to code and develop games. And then just wanted to talk a little bit about what we do around the community, and given all the markets we're in, trying to be active in all those different communities. Australia, we participate in what's called the Great Morning Tea. It actually happened last week. I was in Australia for this event, and it's just a fundraiser for cancer they do across the country. So that was a good thing to participate in, and I was fortunate to be there for it with our team. Here in Las Vegas, we do a lot with St. Jude's, as well as other charities around town. And then a lot of our customers are tribal casinos across the country, and so we support a lot of tribal initiatives throughout the U.S. As those are the things that are important to many of our customers. Right on time? All right. All right. Well, I'd like to open it up if there's any questions. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Steve? Thanks for coming today. Very interesting. I believe I hear that you have a degree in computer science. Is that correct?
It's a computer information systems.
Okay.
Yes.
We have the valedictorians of the Valley that come to a luncheon here every year. And I wondered, based on what you're talking about AI and your experience with computers, how would you advise a young person? Is computer science on its way out because of AI, or is there like a turn in the road? How does that work?
Yep. No, that's an interesting question, and I'm certainly no expert. And you look at it, I think it goes even beyond that. I spent 10 years at Deloitte before coming to Ainsworth in their audit practice as a CPA, and you look at some of the things that are happening in all industries where the work I did as a first-year auditor, AI does now. And so you start to look and say, you know, what's going to happen in 5 years if a lot of the entry-level jobs that's where we learn how things work, what's going to happen when, is there going to be a gap in knowledge at some point? I think AI is another tool for computer science majors, and it's really going to help accelerate and make them more productive. That's my personal opinion. I don't think you're ever going to replace the human aspect of some of these roles and functions and the thought and decision making that goes in, especially in our industry where you're trying to create a player experience, and so you need that kind of personal touch to it.
First of all, I was one of those people that never knew what that big red A was, so thank you for sharing and unlocking the treasure chest. Do your customers purchase your machines, or are they leased?
Both. So we have about 6,000 machines out on rental, which we lease kind of two separate models, one a fixed daily fee or a share of the revenue, and then we also sell.
Ryan, thanks for coming here. This historical horse racing technology is quite a bit different from your typical slot machines, and I'm just wondering, without sharing any trade secrets, whether there's something on the horizon that's kind of comparable to that, which is a step down. I mean, we have live sports coming here, we have esports and other stuff, and I don't know if these represent opportunities for stepping out of the box a little bit and doing something different, whether you're looking at that.
Yeah, we're definitely keeping our eye out on what's going on right now. Prediction markets is the big thing in the gaming world right now, which isn't legal and authorized in Nevada despite some of the advertisements. But you know, that's been really a game changer and is a bit of a threat to the regulated gaming industry. But as we look at esports and others, and people always ask, well, how do you capture the younger players? People tried skill-based gaming and different things, but I think a lot of us manufacturers, really the strategy there is just wait till they grow up, because it's a pretty specific demographic of slot players that, you know, one, you need enough money to have time on device, and two, you need the time to play and have that entertainment. So the demographics currently pretty specific.
Good afternoon. Thanks for showing us behind the curtain. Having been raised here, it's kind of curious sometimes. There's things about Vegas you just don't know anything about. You see the machines, and yeah, there's the machines. Quick question, how many employees do you have? And kind of give me an idea of your growth rate over the last few years as far as the increase in employees.
Yep. So currently we have 550 employees globally. About half of those are based here in Las Vegas. When I started 14 years ago, we had about 110 employees globally. And so it's been a pretty big growth trajectory, at least over the last 14 years. The last couple years have been a bit more stable for us. And we do about a little over $200 million a year in revenue.
I have a question for you. Once you rent machines to your casino, how much control do you have on those machines? That's number one. The follow-up question is, if the casino comes back and says, oh, your machine is not making money for us, what do you do?
Yep. Nope. Good questions. So, you know, one, there's a lot of casinos prefer the revenue share, where typically we would get 20% and the casino would keep 80%. And that incentivizes both of us to keep that game performing. So the physical machine is a computer basically with monitors, and then our game software is on a memory chip. So we'll go in and swap out those games. Most games last 90 days to a year if you have a good one. There's the Wheel of Fortunes and Mega Bucks that have kind of lasted the time. But if you go through your local casinos every 6 months, you'll see it's a different set of games because all the manufacturers are releasing new titles every month and refreshing what's out there.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. On a percentage of your gross revenue, how much is that from the horse racing, historical, I'll call it historical horse racing, versus other types of machines that you, or other types of programming that you manufacture?
Yep, about 15% is historical horse racing.
Yes, Mr. Comstock, thanks for coming. I have a question. I'm not sure how to say it, but would you consider your historical horse racing machines skill-based since they can handicap? And if so, do you run into the problem of the sharps making most of the money, or is it more like a poker slots and stuff where it's, you know, it's a percentage of the hold?
Yep, yeah, a lot of security measures were put in place because of the concern, you know, could somebody sit there, especially with AI tools now, and look at what the handicapping data is, figure out what that race is, and then appropriately handicap it. So there's timers in place. You only have so much amount of time. It's randomized. There's 10 horse races you have to handicap. So while there is skill involved in kind of pari-mutuel wagering, it's pretty tough to game the system with some of the measures we have in place.
I have a question. How can we get a machine in our house that makes money for us?
Well, I guess you could put one there and have the Rotary Club luncheons at your house.
And make them all play. Thank you.
Thank you.
No other questions? Janice, it's yours.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
That was fascinating. Don't go anywhere. I always have to tell the speaker, stay up here, stay up here. He's ready to run off. Okay, that was fascinating. So first of all, we made a donation to the Just One Project to help combat hunger in our community in your name. And we have our 100-year-old centennial book for you as a gift. So we can't thank you enough for being here. That really was a fascinating topic. And you have to pose for a photo with me. Thank you. Got a couple minutes. Rosalie, earlier you were trying to get my attention. Did you need to do something?
Hold on. No, I was just going to offer for John, prior Jersey boy, to do the birthday song.
Oh. Well, we still have a few minutes. He could do something else. I got a mic. I know, we're putting you on the spot.
So that
just
was
standing
it.
there with your glasses was perfect. Those are fabulous. I need to get a pair of those.
The next visit, he'll just need to get lined up with the day we have birthday table.
Can we sing at my demotion party? No, I'm kidding. We're kidding. Okay. Okay, so does anybody, we have a couple minutes. Does anybody have anything else? Any other comments? Yes, Liz. Yes, that's why I'm giving you a microphone, because we have 4 minutes. No.
Now it's on. I was not on the schedule, but for those of you that want to go to Ireland, I signed our contract today. So I will be sending all of you information on who to contact, where you give your deposit. This is happening, people, so get on board.
Oh, yes, I need Tony up here. Past President Tony and AG for a few more weeks. We just got an email, hot off the press.
I'm not sure exactly how I got this, but in any event, the 25 Club event for the 17th will be at La Vecindad. That was the restaurant of our speaker last week, Vanessa. So it's on board. The woman is amazing. Not only has she agreed to provide room and space, there is a private room. I didn't read the rest of it, but she's very interested in participating and supporting Santa Claus. So that will be next. So it does pay to learn about our small businesses and our neighbors in our community.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Whose idea was that? Anything else? Oh, you didn't have your hand up again. Okay, so I'm going to adjourn the meeting and then get to give hugs to wish our friends from India to their next journey. As Rotarians, we share a common commitment to service above self, regardless of where we live or what language we speak. Today, we celebrate the global bonds that make Rotary such a remarkable organization. And with that, the meeting is adjourned.